What if your drone footage finally looked as good as your main camera? That's what the DJI Mavic 4 Pro is trying to do. It's not just a drone upgrade, it's basically a flying cinema camera. You're getting 3 lenses, a 4/3 inch Hasselblad wide, a 70mm medium telephoto, and a 168mm zoom that's actually usable now even in softer lighting. The main camera shoots 6K at 60 frames per second in 10-bit D-Log with dual native ISO, and the dynamic range here is noticeably better than the Mavic 3 Pro. It also brings 360-degree obstacle avoidance, a cleaner overall flight feel, and DJI's 04 transmission system which keeps signal locked even far out. Flying it feels smoother and more refined than any Mavic before it. The gimbal responds faster, the movements feel natural, and the colors coming out of the Hasselblad sensor look incredible, especially when you bring them into post. Low light is where it shines. You can shoot straight into blue hour and still hold details in the trees, shadows, and sky. And for social content, it now shoots true vertical. Just note it's limited to about 10 degrees of tilt. So you can't do dramatic reveal shots in that mode, but for reels or short form clips, it's perfect. I compared it to my Mavic 3 Pro footage from last year in Mammoth. The lighting wasn't identical, but it was enough to see how the new sensor handles contrast and texture. On the 4 Pro, the detail on the rocks, the trees just looks cleaner. Colors feel more neutral and balanced, while the 3 Pro leans a little punchier and more contrast heavy. Even though the conditions were different, you can clearly tell which one's newer just from how natural the landscape looks. I'm using the RC Pro controller and it still performs great, bright, fast, and simple. Battery swaps are easy, connection time is quick, and the flight time sits around 43 minutes per battery, though DJI advertises up to 51 minutes in ideal conditions. The obstacle sensors now have every direction, though they can stop early when you're flying close to subjects. It's slightly heavier than the 3 Pro, but actually quieter, which is a nice change. It blends in better when flying over things or open spaces. After spending some time with the Mavic 4 Pro, it feels like DJI's most complete drone yet. You get better color, better control, and 3 lenses finally make sense creatively. Wide for landscapes, medium for cinematic movement, and long for compression shots. If you already own a Mavic 3 Pro, you don't need to upgrade it unless you want that extra flexibility in post or better low light performance. But if you're buying your first professional drone, this is the one to get. It's the closest DJI has ever come to mirrorless level image quality and something that folds and fits into your backpack. That's the DJI Mavic 4 Pro, a drone that finally looks like it belongs to your main camera. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.